Story. Once upon a time, an AI found the perfect document to answer a billion-dollar question. And yeah, that's the kind of multi-million-dollar mistake that happens when our AI is just a little too trusting. So we're here to fix that. It is time to teach our AI the difference between a simple search and a relentless pursuit of the truth. So if you're ready to move beyond just using simple tools and you want to start building intelligent systems that can actually think for themselves, then you are ready for what's next. Let's dive in and build.
Okay, first, we need to really understand the fundamental flaw in most of today's AI assistants. It's kind of like a silent killer of accuracy, and I call it the retrieval trap. You've probably heard of the standard model, right? Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. It's like a one-trick pony. It finds a document and then gives you an answer based on that one document. But here's the trap. It never looks back. It doesn't question, it doesn't verify, and it has absolutely no clue if that single document is a relic from the past. So how do we escape this trap? We don't just level up, we evolve. We're moving from that simple retrieval to something far more powerful, way more intelligent, Agentic RAG. Now, what's really cool about this is the metaphor. Think of standard RAG as a simple librarian. You ask a question, they just hand you the first book they find on the shelf. That's it. But Agentic RAG? Oh, that's an autonomous researcher. It doesn't just grab one book. It actively cross-references multiple sources. It follows leads, and it verifies facts until it's absolutely confident it has the real answer. It's a dynamic, iterative workflow.
So how does this autonomous researcher actually operate? Well, it all comes down to a really smart three-part logic: think, search, and verify. Let's break that down. It all starts with smart thinking. Think of it like a detective breaking down a complex case. They don't just ask who did it, right? No way. They create a list of smaller questions. Who had the motive? Who had the opportunity? What does the evidence say? That is query decomposition in action for our AI agent.
And this right here, this illustrates the core engine of the agent. It runs on this constant iterative loop. First, it reasons about a subtask. Then, it grounds that reasoning by finding evidence from multiple sources. It becomes its own fact checker, making sure every single claim is supported by proof. If the evidence doesn't add up, it just loops back to reasoning again, refining its search until all the facts are consistent and verified. Only then does it reach the terminal state, where it can finally deliver a confirmed answer.
Okay, theory is great and all, but let's see how this actually works in practice. We're going to put our agent to the test with a simple but surprisingly tricky question. The question is, who is the CEO of Company X? A simple RAG system might just fall right into the trap of an outdated press release, and that could lead to a really costly mistake. But an agent knows better. See? This is that query decomposition in action. The agent doesn't just search for CEO of X. No, it creates a checklist, a whole plan of attack. First, find the current CEO. Second, actively look for conflicting information, like recent change announcements. Finally, verify with the source of truth, like the official registry. So the crucial point is, it's not just finding an answer, it's literally building a case for the truth. And that brings us to the real takeaway here. This isn't just a technical upgrade, it's about fundamentally changing our relationship with AI. We're not just building a better search engine, we're building a truth engine. The entire goal of this whole agentic workflow is to move from the world of probably and maybe to the certainty of provably true. We're moving from a tool that guesses to a partner that verifies. And that's really what this all boils down to. In an age of information overload and tons of misinformation, the most valuable service an AI can provide isn't just an answer. It's an answer you can actually trust. Reliability is the new killer app. So the takeaway is pretty simple. Stop guessing, start verifying. The future of AI is collaborative, not just computational. So let's build it together. Go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to Study Buddy with Notebook LM, and let's keep this conversation going. Stay agentic.